Hello and welcome to Universal Dork Investigates. My name is James, officially licensed Universal Dork content contributor, and today we have an exclusive interview with the proprietor of the Green Lamp Conspiracy Instagram account, Mr. Green. Mr. Green, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me on the show, of course. I
So,
appreciate. I wanted to add that I believe it was in February of 2021 that I saw that your contributor, the other guy that's ain't here tonight, he did some sort of article, a blog post about the emerald green lamp in movies. So I'm glad that he's been paying attention. I wish that he was here. We could speak to him too, but I mean, that's fine. I, I,
yes, he's a
I,
little under
appreciate,
the weather.
I appreciate you reaching out to me for this interview.
Sure thing. I have a few questions for you. The first question would be, what is the Green Lamp Conspiracy?
But I don't know if you've noticed, but uh, for instance, this beautiful specimen that I've got right here, I mean, have you noticed recently it's become much more popular recently on the internet? Uh, this particular lamp is appearing and has appeared in countless movies over time and is making a large resurgence on streaming shows
Mm.
and big Hollywood productions. Have you noticed that,
I
James?
I've seen the lamp in a few movies. When I think about it, Back to School
Right,
might have
I
been,
remember that in there.
yes. Goonies, another film to feature the Green Lamp. Three Men
Right,
and a
great
Baby.
scene with the lamp in that one.
Not yes, the Three Men and the Baby. Not the scene with the ghost, but
And do you remember Seven, one of the most popular
oh,
appearances of almost a brigade of emerald green lamps appearing in Seven, and that a lot of people attribute to being sort of the catalyst to the emerald green lamps rise in popularity in pop culture.
I did not know that, but I did know that it was in Seven, along with
Yes,
Bradley Pitt. Yes.
a brigade of these lamps.
Wow.
These specimens, as I like to call them, specimens, emerald green specimens. They ain't just lamps.
So these specimens, you say they became popular in Seven, but what would the origin of these specimens be?
Well, this lamp here, one's like it. I can't say that this lamp is a particularly powerful specimen, although I do bathe in its emerald green rays almost nightly. I would say, I'm not even going to say almost nightly, it's every night. Basically, if I'm going to be honest here, it's every night that I bathe in the rays. But the lamp has been in pop culture and movies and cinema and streaming shows now, as you see all over the place, the lamps literally everywhere. Everywhere. This thing is all over the place. And once you see this video, this interview that I'm doing tonight, you're going to notice that this specimen, this artifact, this relic is literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes, so way back, I would say the date exactly is 1897. There was a meteorite crash that crashed down into the icy tundra of Antarctica. All right.
Oh,
Now, there was a discovery of a team that had descended upon this explosion, should you say, and they found this meteorite. It's just steaming all over the place, and within this meteorite that was there, they found a substance, an emerald green, what appeared to be an emerald of alien origin, extraterrestrial. They thought it was just some, regular, sort of a regular emerald. I mean, even if you've seen a regular emerald in a meteorite, you would be quite you would be quite astounded. But they extracted this emerald from within this meteorite and found that it took several different shapes. In fact,
Wow.
yes, yes.
So
So
why do aliens always land in Antarctica anyway?
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't know, but I
hmm,
would assume that they was hoping that no one would find it because when they took that emerald out of it, they found something inside of it. The emerald, literally, it started out like a normal emerald, and then when they brought it inside, it's not like it melted or nothing, but it became gelatinous. And they all, the next day, they went home. They couldn't stop thinking about it. All them could think about was emerald green lamp, or not emerald, not the lamp wasn't created yet, but they was thinking about the emerald substance. It's so alluring. I have to be around it. I want to be near it. And then what they found was that it had some sort of uh, calming sort of presence within when they was close to it. It made them feel good. It made them body feel good. So
wow.
yes, yes.
Wait, this
And the
isn't also the origin of Jello, is it?
No, no,
Okay.
not at all. I appreciate you humor you, but this ain't no laughing matter, my friend. Yes,
Uh,
so what happened next was one of one of the peoples that was doing the research on it, he was friends with this character named H.J. McFadden. Well, he knew that McFadden was trying to he was trying to make some sort of soothing emerald green lamp anyway, and he was experimenting with emeralds in general. And this guy said, "Hey, McFadden, get a load of this." I was with my friends the other night, and we came into contact with this alien extraterrestrial substance. I mean, McFadden was dumbfounded. He didn't know what to believe. And he said, "You bring that specimen here. I want to see it for myself." And he went in there and he brought it in. His friend brought it right directly to H.J. McFadden. And McFadden took one, he was around it maybe 10 seconds. And he really started to feel the power of the shimmering sheer, the shine of it. It like
wow.
touched his cell, and he immediately, one of the things that he reportedly said was that he said within 10 seconds of it, my IQ went up about, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 points, he thought. That was,
Wow.
and that was just a guesstimate. And then the next day he was said maybe his IQ went up 20 points. If there was no way he didn't take no IQ test or nothing, but he was there and he felt it. And people was he's saying that his wife fancied him more after this. I said, "Hi, honey, where you been?" And he said, "I was just with my friend over there, and I was really hanging around the substance all night." And he came home, and his wife really I can't get into what
Oh,
he reportedly said, but
we'll leave that to our
their marriage
imagination.
their marriage changed immensely after he was around the substance. Anyway, I knew immediately the missing ingredient for this emerald crown. The emerald crown is like what I like to call it. They them call it shades online, but I know it's a crown because this is like a king.
Wow.
He put it in the construction. Took a very tiny bit of the substance and then articulated it and mixed it up and got it a good sheen and shine and a good emerald glare to it. And he gave it, I put it in the production immediately was it. Everyone wanted it. All the libraries said it was wonderful. And that
Well,
all
that
the
could have just
offices.
been because it was a nice lamp. I mean,
But that's the interesting thing is he had prototypes before this that he tried and bringing them around to people. No one wanted it. No one gave a damn about
hmm.
it. And then he mixed this alien extraterrestrial substance that he had, and he
Well,
spent hours on it, and he made this emerald crown with about only maybe 0.2% emeraldite, alien emeraldite mixed in. And all of a sudden, everyone was wanting it. They all wanted to go. around him, there was nuts for it.
Alien emeraldite. So if there's 0.2% in each lamp, he must have run out by now. So are
Well,
there a finite number of lamps that have this
now, not in
so-called alien
existence
emerald?
today. In fact, there's lamps on Amazon. I've seen some joker online making videos. So I ordered this thing off Amazon, and it came and it was broken and stuff. You ain't gonna if you add a real emerald lamp here, and them always have the originals of strong and pure emerald. They have the special stamp, seal of approval. You can look it up right online. You can see it for yourself. McFadden's stamp on it. And this joker online is saying that I got myself an emerald lamp and it ain't nothing and there's nothing to it. And that's because he got one of these. This joker got one of these off of Amazon. What does he think he's going to get?
So you can't get an original H.G. McFadden
Or
emerald
if you've got the
lamp.
money to invest in, the right people like I do, I'm a Lampion historian. A lot of people that know me refer to me as a Lampion champion.
Lampion champion.
Right. And I wish I could take this stupid mask off right now and just show you how I am to the whole world.
Well, why
But
can't you?
it just ain't possible.
Oh,
It's
is
too
it
much at stake.
what is at stake?
Well, I mean, like I was telling someone earlier, you could not. The only place you could discuss this before, say, 2021, as you guys reported, was the dark web. No one could talk about this lab. Literally no one.
No one.
No, not online. You was completely suppressed. Anything was flagged. In fact, I've got friends that was trying to get this conspiracy out that they ain't got a penny. They're out on the street. They don't got no work. They don't know
They've
what happened.
they've been kicked out of Hollywood, so to speak,
Exactly, my friend, exactly.
because of the this lamp and its history and its powers. Well, it seems like everything about this lamp is positive,
Well, it
except
is to an extent. I mean, this one here, I ain't sure. In order for me to really test how much emerald is actually, eh, when I say emerald, I'm saying extraterrestrial, alien of origin emerald is in
mhm.
this sucker right here. It's a beautiful specimen. But I don't even know because if you were to try to take this into a laboratory and get it tested, I mean, it would cost a fortune. And quite frankly, to tell you the truth, there ain't nowhere in the United States or the UK where you could get anyone to accept this into the laboratory
No.
for real testing. You would be flagged. The government, I don't even know if it's safe for me to even be talking about this right now to you.
Well, we appreciate you putting your lamp on the line, so to speak.
Of course, yes.
Well,
But
I have a few more questions. So I've heard about H.G. McFadden, but I've also
what
heard about someone named Dr. Restrepo Jr.
One, of course, was step out. Now, he's a character. Let me tell you this. Right around the time that McFadden was making these beautiful lamps that you could bathe in all night, the rays would make you instantly more attractive to literally anybody who came into contact with you. You'd have some sort of magnetic charm. You know, this this geezer is Restrepo Jr. He was he was already on it. He had gotten wind of it. He hired a private investigator to go over to them researchers who was covering this. Remember I told you they found that meteorite and they was doing all sorts of experiments on it back then. Not very good ones, but they
Sure.
was doing the best with what they had there. Well, this character Restrepo goes over there with his he paid a pretty penny, got this private investigators installed a little bit of a specimen a tiny amount of emerald, the gelatinous version. He got just a teeny little bit of it, and he was able to smuggle it out, brought it back to Restrepo. Restrepo, of course, he went and immediately put a similar style of lamp. You'll see different ones. If you go back in the history of the lamp, you'll see different ones. He got these into construction, these corrupted lamps that he added all these weird chemicals to, and he sold them all to Hollywood because Hollywood at this time, they was already feeling the energy of the lamp. They wanted to put it in every movie to get success. And that's what we saw there. The only problem was there was this geezer, Restrepo was selling these things for cheap, and they were corrupted versions, and quite literally, they were the original cursed lamp that has
Cursed.
caused people so much of a headache in Hollywood. It's unbelievable.
Why were his lamps cursed?
Well, I wanted to get him out there, and he mixed the formula. He added
Oh,
all of these added, you know, coloring to it. I wanted it to be brighter than McFadden's. I wanted McFadden.
oh,
He wanted his lamps. And directors in Hollywood, they were buying these things for cheap, thinking that they was going to be, the next big thing. But they wasn't.
oh my. This is indeed news. So, we have two lamps. We have McFadden's original lamp. We have the Restrepo knockoff lamp.
Right?
McFadden's lamp provides good energy. The knockoff is cursed.
Right. Now, I
And
can tell you one thing quite interesting about this lamp here. For instance, let me tell you, one of these specimens, I've got some highly trusted Hollywood insiders, all right, and they was hanging out with Johnny Depp, right? You know Johnny Depp.
I've heard of
He's had a
Jonathan
lot of
Depp. Yep.
controversy about himself lately, but who cares? But back in 1984, I don't know if you remember,
Oh,
he was in a
yes.
little movie called Nightmare on Elm Street with that geezer Freddy Krueger, with the blades on him and hand and everything. Well,
Hmm.
Johnny Depp, he got real wasted several times, and I got some friends that was hanging out with him, some highly trusted people, and they told me that he told them when he was wasted that he gave almost all the credit for his success to this lamp. Now, if you see Nightmare on Elm Street, watch the scene that Depp is in. He's sharing the screen with the lamp. He's sharing the screen with the lamp.
Wow.
The lamp isn't sharing the screen with Depp. That's the thing. The real star of that scene is the lamp. And Johnny Depp, he's got a very addictive personality, and he was immediately addicted to the lamp. All right, he took it home with him, slept with it in bed with him, took
Ooh.
it into the. I mean, there's reports that Depp was at around that time. He was going out to bars and he was bringing the goddamn lamp in the bar with him and plugging it in right there.
You can't just plug in a bar.
And people were saying, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you bringing that lamp in here?" And he said, "Well, because I want it." And he said, "You can't have a lamp in here." And he said, "Well, I'm going to have a lamp in here. I'm going." They let him take the lamp. And one person reportedly said they saw Johnny Depp driving around town in his car at around 3:30 in the morning, right? And he had the goddamn lamp inside plugged into a generator in his car.
My goodness.
So he attributes his massive success to this lamp. That's one of the things. And I don't know if you noticed, if you Google his appearance in his court cases recently, he's
Uh,
in there. Look at the drawing of him. He's got the goddamn lamp in the courtroom with him. The judge didn't
wow.
want it. He didn't even want to. He said, "Hey, get the lamp out of here." And Depp said, "No fucking way. I ain't
Wow.
doing this case. I'm not going on the stand unless I got this lamp here because I can't see the paper without it." He said, "We got a perfectly good lamp in the back." And Depp refused. He said, I got this lamp, and that you don't let me testify with this lamp. Yeah, I ain't. I will not do it.
The lamp, I suppose, worked out in his favor as much as it could in this
Yeah, I mean,
situation.
he's in a lot of trouble lately. He may have relied on it too much over the years, and the lamp, quite frankly, might have gotten sick of him. Because, you can form a friendship with these things. They will listen to you, and you have to pay attention to them.
I wonder if it was in some of his other films.
Well, you'll be seeing it all over the place now. I mean, kids are bringing them on the Instagram and the TikTok and all that. They
Oof.
got that. I'd ever tell you. Let me tell you, there's a kid on Instagram. He was obsessed with being an Instagram star, okay? He was on there 24/7, posting 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times a day. He was getting 1 to 2, maybe a tops, 4 likes on every picture, right?
Right, right.
And and one day his dad came and pulled this specimen that looked very similar to this one, pulled it out of his basement, brought it upstairs and said, "Hey, here's your new lamp. Why don't you do your homework and study?" And the kid was resisting for it. Didn't want the lamp, and he said, "That's stupid. It's old and doesn't look
Yes.
very good."
Oh, kids.
Well, you know what he did? He noticed one day. He took a picture. He randomly got over 4,000 likes on his picture.
Amazing.
And you know what was in the picture with him?
The lamp.
Right. So this kid, he just thought he got real popular overnight for some reason. He took another picture the next day. Like nowhere inside. He was outside. I know he was doing. But he went on there. And I got 3 likes on his photo. He did it again. He got 2 likes. And then
Oh,
the third one, he didn't get any.
not
And
even
then he
his dad.
noticed, what? He noticed over a course of a month, every time this goddamn lamp was in the picture, he was a superstar. And
Wow.
now he's one of the most, I can't reveal his name, but you would know because the lamp is in his picture. He's got so many followers and he's so happy.
Wow.
He
Well,
knew.
that
He
begs
knew.
the question. You have an Instagram account, Green Lamp Conspiracy,
Right?
but you only have 213 followers. But the
Right.
lamp is in nearly every photo.
Right. Now, the thing that you need to understand here is someone like me, they've been trying to suppress me from day one. I only
Ah,
recently came into the public view, and I've, everything that I've posted, it's been suppressed heavily,
oh my.
heavily. So it's not about me. I mean, you might see a change in the tide soon, but they don't want this information out there. This thing is making a resurgence, and I've seen it because I've seen it all the streaming shows there. Almost every single one, you see one of these beautiful specimens in the frame now.
I wonder if they're originals or if they're knockoffs.
There's only a few originals now that are out there, and there were only about, I would say, 100 or less that were about 10% alien emeraldite, right?
Well,
And
that
those were sold to world leaders
oof,
all over the place.
wow.
And now you'd be lucky if you could find any of these with an actual real trace amount of legitimate alien emeraldite with inside.
What are some other theories around this lamp?
All right, well, a lot of people think that this is just, they say, hey, why is you wasting your time with this banker's lamp? Everyone knows that it's in the libraries and stuff. But, I mean, if you go back, I've got highly trusted insiders in Hollywood, and they've told me some pretty amazing stories from the past. Now, originally back in the day, I mean, there was rumors of this lamp being powered exclusively by generators on set. Weird generators, very strange generators, ones that seem to only by powering the emerald green lamp. Okay, so
Okay.
they would bring these generators in, and they'd have everything else was plugged into the regular power grid, but they would bring these in titanium cases. All right, titanium cases to transport. And there was actors that was telling me they seen these cases that were bringing them in, and they were shipped from NASA. They have the NASA logo on the titanium
Wow.
case. They seen the set director, the operators on set, all of the set people. They was opening these things. They was transporting them in titanium. Now you tell me, titanium cases with NASA's logo on them. Is it that ring a bell? It's a conspiracy, my friend. There is something going on here. Clearly, back then they could see it.
This is truly a mystery and a conspiracy. And with that being said, Mr. Green, is there anything else you'd like to tell us before we sign off on this interview?
Well, what I would say is the imagery of the lamp is at this point in time the most important thing about it. I mean, I don't know, like I said, if this thing has a trace of real emerald in it, but I feel like when I'm around it and when I bathe in it all night, that the next day I'm much more attractive and I've got a lot more charisma to people. So I would say that this thing, there's people out there that are trying to exploit it. There's people out there that likely have cursed emerald lamps in their possession, and they think they're going to use it to become successful or self-glorify themselves on Instagram, like that one chap that I was talking about. But you have to be real careful. These are very special artifacts. I say that they're relics. And you have to respect the lamp because you can make a relationship with it. These things all have a sort of sentient uh, aura about them. That a lot of people think that the crown actually has somewhat of a brain. I mean, it's incredible. We're gonna have to do another interview, and I can expand on some of this stuff for you.
That could be coming in the future. And with that, thank you for your time. Everybody, Green Lamp Conspiracy on
Yes,
Instagram.
thank you so much. I really
And
appreciate that you was giving me the platform I always been looking for because Instagram lately has really been
ooh,
suppressing my posts. The
ugh,
algorithm is against. I mean, try to type in emerald green lamp and say it will be odd. It will
oh,
be odd times.
we will be testing that, and we will report on our results. Maybe.
All right then. Thank you very much, James. Next
Thank
time I
you,
look
Mr.
forward to
Green.
maybe talking to your other contributor and giving him my thanks for the article he wrote. I think it was February 6th, 2021.
Yes, I'll pass it on once he's out of the bathroom.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and I hope to speak to you soon in the near future.
You too. Thank you, Mr. Green.